So I am Christiana Szilard, Marketing Communications Manager at Action for Children. And today for Work Together Wednesday, I am talking with two of our staff at Action for Children. We have Jen Barlip, who is one of our program managers at Action for Children, and Angie Daniels, who is our Director of Family and Community Engagement. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
So
Hello.
it's so good to see you guys, and I love your backgrounds. So much colorful art. So today we wanted to have a conversation with you guys, and we're talking through ARPA. Now, what is ARPA? How can families and communities kind of work together to help all of us succeed? There are so many ways that organizations are doing this in the early childhood space, and it's so important. What are some of the needs that you see in your daily work with children and families?
Great question. So the needs that I have seen or see with children and family, it really does go back to our child care education and initiative. So since the pandemic, I think it is fair to say that families and children need care. They need care to be open for families to be able to, make the last minute adjustments, or once they get employed, or if they lose their employment because of the pandemic or since the pandemic. It's just a lot of fluctuation within employment. And so one thing that is certain is that parents need to have the availability of care, in non-traditional hours. So it's not just the 9 to 5, but families are, making do. Some parents are able to work from home. But again, children still need care during that time. So if that is one thing that I would say that our families and our children need, we need good quality care that is open during the time, so moms and dads can and guardians can get back to work.
That's awesome. And that was always true before the pandemic, but it's so much truer now. And I think people are seeing how true that is. And we've been talking to childcare providers long before the pandemic, but a lot during the pandemic, hearing from them what their needs are. And one of the things that's kind of come in to support those needs is ARPA. Jen, can you tell us a little bit about what ARPA is and how we're using it right now?
So ARPA stands for the American Rescue Plan Act, which is a federal program. And the program released funds to states, to counties, and now into local governments to provide funding for communities, businesses, individuals to recover from the pandemic. We in Central Ohio, Franklin County specifically, are really, really lucky to have our city government, the city of Columbus, and our county government, the Franklin County Board of Commissioners, really working together and using funding from both groups to establish programs that aid families, aid educators, and aid childcare providers. It's a really, really big undertaking with streams for childcare scholarships, for signing bonuses to help childcare providers hire new employees, for incentive awards, for like we said, those providers that are achieving high quality, and also even for rental assistance for childcare educators. So it's a really big undertaking, and it's so nice to see entities working together to maximize the funds that they have available. And like I said, for us in Franklin County, it's the city of Columbus and Franklin County Board of Commissioners, which, using the monies together, it is millions of dollars that's being allocated to the field, which is tremendous.
It's so great to hear things like that happening and to see so many people just working together. And really, it's in service of children and families. And Angie, I want to hear from you as the director of family and child engagement, community engagement. What are you most excited about seeing these partnerships, and how do you think that it'll benefit children and families?
It works together. So we often think that, when we're talking about the child care providers, that is a certain group. And then we talk about children and families being another group, but they're really one and the same. So yes, we have families who are going to child care providers, but we also have most of the child care providers are families. So they have children. So we know that housing instability is no new thing, especially in Franklin County. And there has always been, or at least since I've known, there has been emergency rental assistance or utility assistance. But now through the ARPA dollars or through additional dollars through city and county, now we can expand it to more families. And so we're excited at Action for Children where we're able to offer that a good portion of that, over 75% of those dollars for emergency rental assistance are going to go to child care providers, so the teachers. So we say that, we need teachers there to ensure that, the doors are open. But if those teachers are struggling with housing instability or how they're going to, maintain themselves and their household, this is just a really exciting way that we're able to, offer this assistance through those dollars, through the government dollars, offer that assistance. So now those child care educators, they can, okay, take that deep breath. I have this taken care of. Now I can be present, fully present for the children in my care. So I'm super excited. It absolutely helps all, any family in Franklin County who qualifies. But I am super excited that we can strategically be a blessing to the child care providers themselves.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we saw really through the pandemic is we all need, as a community, communities need childcare. Families need it to get to work. Children need it to learn and to grow. Providers, it's a stream of income for them, and it's how they help support their families as well. And it's not until we're all kind of in this together and working together in support of children and families that we can all as a community just learn and grow and thrive and set up our youngest children for success. And that's so important. So I'm going to ask one last question to you guys, and that is how, as a community, people can get involved. How do we partner with these things? How can, anyone who's watching this video from their day-to-day lives, how can they support these efforts and help children and families in Central Ohio thrive?
If we didn't know it before, we know now, we recognize now how fragile the childcare ecosystem is. And it is a systemic problem, right? So it's not a childcare business owner problem. It's bigger than that. It's broader than that. So as I've kind of entered this field, I think I've learned how all-encompassing it is and how important that whether you're a business owner or a manager trying to hire a team or, whatever your place in society is, it's going to be impacted by people's ability to get high quality, available childcare. So I think it's really important to stay informed, to advocate, to vote, to do all of those things that can help to influence change because it's desperately needed inside this area.
Thank you for sharing that. There's a wealth of resources. Obviously, actionforchildren.org is one of them. One great way to stay informed is following us either on our social media or signing up for our newsletters. You can go to actionforchildren.org/newsletters to sign up. We're constantly staying on top of what's happening in childcare, what's happening for families, how can we advocate, and sharing out alerts and different ways for you to get involved. So I would definitely encourage people to sign up for those and keep up with us. I'm really excited that we got to talk. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your days to do this. And let's go forward with Week of the Young Child and celebrate our children, our families, providers, and communities.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.